What's up, everybody?
What's up?
You got Tucker over there contemplating destroying half of existence.
Well, I think the snap already happened. I think we've established, but
All right.
I'm having my quarantine coffee.
Gotta have it. I've got mine in a different mug behind me. Again, my children, oh look at me, just hiding my eyes completely from view. No, school is in session.
Yeah.
So they have control of the dining room table at the moment.
Which makes sense. It's all fair.
Oh yeah.
Our fun and games.
I'm invading their space right now.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
I was like, I think we should comment about I'm in my girls' bedroom and they have a lighting situation.
Yeah, I thought you were in a discotheque.
That's how I spend my quarantine. We'll do it.
Carry that on a little bit longer than I should. No, I thought it would be an interesting, we kind of touched on it in our first mini episode, but just thought it'd be kind of fun to chat about what we have been streaming during
I want to say
times.
Yeah, I want to say like all fun things, but I mean, I haven't found anything crazy. We were talking about that Tiger one that you were recommending.
Dude, we are neck deep in Tiger King right now.
How many episodes is it? Like
it's 7 episodes, and we've been watching, we watched 2 the first night. We watched another 3 last night after the kids went to bed.
Now, is it that bad? Like, is it, hey, I should watch this before I go to bed?
Oh, no. It's not like that.
Okay.
It's not. I know you're sensitive to scary movies, and it's not anything like that.
Well, no, listen. I think you know my sensitivity enough that it doesn't necessarily have to be a scary movie. Now, we had kind of been streaming beforehand. This is kind of tying to what you're saying. Been streaming a full-blown, admit it right now, Bravo TV show, which is called Below Deck.
Yeah.
So we got into that, and it's very reminiscent of like some old school, like real world road rules. But it's also one of those shows that you just have on, right?
Okay.
But do you remember the episodes of the real world where they had to work?
Vaguely.
They had like a job. The whole house had a job together, and they had to cooperate.
Yeah, they would work at different places and that
right.
Kind of yeah.
That's kind of what this is, except it's a yacht out in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
Right. So I was affected going into the story. I was affected by it so much that I had a dream the other night that I was working on the yacht and there was no silverware for the guests to eat their food. Right? So I started freaking out that we didn't have any spoons. So I actually woke up, like sitting up on the side of my bed, like getting up, about ready to run into the kitchen. Like I was still in dream mode, looking for
in a full spoon panic.
Yeah. So I don't think it takes much for me to affect my sleep, I guess, is the point.
Well, then I've got great news for everybody and bad news for you. Because you have to watch this show.
I'm going to. Going to.
It is so intriguing. I mean, there's murder.
Okay.
There's
tigers.
There's murder for hire.
Oh.
There's tigers.
Okay.
There's polygamy.
Not with the tigers, though.
Not as far as I know.
Okay, you haven't
gotten there finished the first 5 episodes. Who knows what happens in 6 and 7?
Okay.
I mean, there is guns and drugs, and it is just everything. It is absolutely
fantastic. That is fantastic. No, we're gonna watch it at some point.
I would, highly recommend it before I inadvertently spoil it for you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. We had kind of a day yesterday. I didn't have to run out as much. I had small errands that I had to run yesterday. Um, Actually, I did had to run a few, but it was most of my morning. So I got back and had some work stuff and some Rockstar group stuff that I had to do. But
Yep.
during that, we got caught up on some of the shows that we had missed over the last couple days. So got caught up on Stumptown. I don't know if you've seen that one yet, but that's pretty awesome.
No, I haven't checked that one out.
Yeah, I recommend it. That one's good. But then we got caught up on some Lego Masters. We still have some episodes to get caught up on, but it makes me really want to do like a video of just building Legos.
That would be kind of awesome. Set up
Do
like
like
a
a
time
time.
lapse.
Yeah. Well, I've seen like these other time lapse ones, but I'm like, I don't know what to build. So it'd just be a time lapse of me just like building something stupid
Screwing around.
of absolutely nothing. But yeah, they built a
Hey,
bridge
the
on the
world
one
is
last.
starving for content right now, so
Seriously.
um, just start building a solid square tower.
Oh my god, like it would be the build up and just be like the biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
just, it's just a block.
Yeah, and you build like a few of them, and then like the big reveal at the end is just you stacking one block on top of another block on top of another block,
And just like walking away.
and
You're
then
like,
you
boom.
just like walking away with a look of smug satisfaction on your face.
I'll make like a mic and just like drop it at the end. You're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
My stupid sense of humor.
really the only other thing, because we've been playing a lot of like board games and stuff like that. So
Right.
the only other thing I've been watching is because I genuinely believe it's one of the greatest shows on television right now. Is I've gone back, and I know how you feel about people saying those words.
No, that's why I'm like, okay.
Um, you're like, all right, walk me into it. No,
Walk me into
I
it.
went back to the beginning of Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Oh, fantastic.
because I love that show.
Yeah,
So
yeah, something happened somewhere, but we kind of not lost interest, but just stopped watching it for some reason. And so we've been wanting to catch back up and watch it because.
well, it went to a once NBC dropped it like 2 seasons ago,
Mhm.
and then NBC picked it back up, and so it's kind of gone to a
Okay.
mid-season premiere.
Okay.
So it's not like, but it's kind of weird because if you're watching other shows, it starts when other shows are in the middle of their season.
Gotcha. So
That
yeah, I mean,
and
we just
I
kind
don't
of.
kept up on Good Girls this week.
Yeah, good, dude. That's another huge one that we've been really, really into.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. So we, yeah, hit that one hard on Netflix and binged that one over, a short amount of time and got caught up. And so the new season started, and it's nuts, man.
That show is crazy cakes, man.
It messes with your head a little bit.
Mhm.
So, but speaking of money laundering, Ozark, I think, is out now.
Tomorrow or to
Tomorrow.
so it's tomorrow for us. It's today
Today for
when you're
everyone.
listening
So
to
that.
us.
Well, it's funny because Good Girls reminds me. It's like a lighthearted Ozark.
Oh, see, I kinda thought of it as in a way, like, and I know you didn't ever really watch the show, so I'm giving you a pass on this, but,
Okay.
um, it's like, what if Breaking Bad was ladies and money laundering instead of dudes and meth in a lot,
Okay.
where it's
Okay.
just something that starts out of desperation quickly snowballs into something that no one can really handle and just trying to figure it out as you go along.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just really solving one disaster by creating another one.
see, and that's pretty cool because we just, yeah, because we never actually got into Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go back and watched it, but it was kind of like the Ozark is like the Netflix Marvel to like the Avengers Good Girls. Like it's like this darker version.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So,
I'm super excited because again, we're probably gonna finish Tiger King tonight after the kids go to bed.
okay.
And, the wife and I usually, we like to after the kids go to bed, we just kinda unwind and hang out on the couch for a little bit,
Yeah.
um, before we head off to bed. And so, we're gonna be in need of a new something to watch after Tiger King is over.
Oh,
And,
so just put that one perfect.
yeah, so Ozark is fortuitously timed.
That is your tomorrow/today show.
Yes.
Got
Yes,
it.
for everyone who's watching this, it's today, um, but for you and I, it's in the future.
Wow. That's deep.
Is it?
That's deep. I don't know. So, yeah, no, we want to kind of watch a couple different things, but yeah, the Ozark is we're excited for that. It's just that one really, really is just a darker sticks with you. The last couple episodes of Good Girls have been they've stuck with for a little bit.
Yeah, it's kinda heavy at some times, but yeah, it's kinda cool. I dig it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you watch the show. We haven't talked about it before, but the my wife and I enjoy watching it. This Is Us just had their season finale.
That's one that, the wife watches more habitually. I
We'll
enjoy
call her
it
in.
more.
I'll talk to her about that. Just kidding.
Um, but no, like, I enjoy the show, but I just haven't kept up on it.
Yeah. So that one was a pretty cool season finale. Yeah. So just speaking of things that kind of stick with you for a little bit.
That one hurt me when the dad died.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I mean, early in the show, like, when you
Yeah.
see how
You
it all went down, I was like, "Man," and, it bummed me out, and I was like, I'm not gonna,"
I'm I'm kind of done with this.
yeah, like, you don't get to kill off Milo and then keep my viewership."
Yeah.
And,
So on a side note, I just saw some news that may or may not be true. I'm guessing it's true, but the new Wonder Woman movie is coming straight to on demand.
dang,
Yeah.
they gotta recoup cash somehow.
They're coming
Those
straight to on demand.
these big comic book movies, I mean, they're expensive to make,
Yep.
and for a studio, even, it's weird to say, like, a studio like Warner Brothers, but what Warner Brothers isn't is Disney. Disney
Right.
can absorb the blow on some of
Right.
these, you know, delayed and failed releases because of all of the madness that's going on, and a studio like Warner Brothers just can't,
No. So
and
I
they're
think
a huge
it's
studio, they're just not the leviathan that Disney
Disney
is.
is. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's genius given time. Like no one's gonna well, movie theaters are shut down, but no one's
Yeah.
gonna go to the movie theater anyways.
Yeah.
So you can either capitalize on it and go, hey, we can do on demand and probably make a killing, or take the hit.
Yep. I'd
So
agree. So it'll be interesting to see because, it's funny, there was an article years ago, that came out, and it was like things that, um was it like it was kind of talking about millennials, but it was like things that millennials won't really have, and so the article was a little off in its timeline, but it was things like film and cameras. Like, when
right.
was the last time you took a roll of film down to the drugstore and sent it off for developing?
Oh, seriously, it's
You
been a
know,
long time. Or like the instant, not the instant
we
cameras,
actually
but
just got our kids, the our 2 oldest, we got them the little instant printout cameras.
oh, those are cool. Yeah,
Those are
those are
cool.
kind of
Making a little bit of
nostalgic,
a
making a
comeback.
comeback. Yeah.
But movie theaters was on that list of things that will probably go away by the time the next generation are adults, was the thing that this article was,
Right.
um, estimating. And it makes me wonder if,
Right.
as we go through this cycle right now, and, Wonder Woman, that's a huge release that's gonna come straight to on demand, straight to stream.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and we've seen some super high quality stuff go straight to stream intentionally, but now we're seeing them doing it out of
Right.
necessity, and it does make me wonder
Right.
if people are gonna start going, do we really need the theater as much?
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking about be really cool and everything right now is like a drive movie theater.
Yeah, like
Like
drive-ins
you could
could make a comeback, which would be awesome. I loved going to the drive-in.
yeah,
Um,
like I
but
think that that would be cool.
the other thing I wonder is just, again, all right, you can rent a streaming movie for $20
Mhm.
and make your own popcorn.
Right?
I mean, again, if I take my whole family out to the movies, that's $100 bill.
Right.
Done.
Yep.
So, it just makes me wonder how theaters rebound after all of this. Because
Yeah,
if the studios can make just as much money
right.
sending it straight to on demand, then that cuts out a significant portion of their marketing budgets on the movies themselves.
Yeah,
We always talk about, well, here was the production budget and here was the marketing budget, and did the film make the cut?
right.
Well, a huge part of that marketing budget is pushing the film to theaters. We learned more about that when we went and saw Kevin Smith, and he
Right.
talked about his most recent movie and how it was, he didn't have the marketing budget to put it in, 5,500 theaters.
Right.
So he toured with it the way a band would tour with an album so that he could make his money back on the movie, and
And
he
yeah,
did.
he made a killing.
He killed it. So seeing more of that, more of these small showings, event-based, um, large
Personal. Yeah.
screening, and then going straight, or, soon after, to a streaming platform
Yeah.
for an on demand, whether that's Netflix paying big money to the studio to license it, you
Right.
know, or charging, doing, like I said, these $20 rentals. $20 is a bargain for me.
Yeah, like you put it into perspective because when I first heard about the $20, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so much for a movie." But then you really think about it and go, "You know what? That's so much less than I would actually spend."
Because, like, okay, so my kids are 16, 13, 8, and 5,
Right.
which means based on what the theaters think, I'm paying, if I take all of my family to a movie, I'm paying for 4 adult tickets and 2 child tickets.
Correct.
Right? Adult tickets are like $9. So boom, right there, we're at, what's that? $36?
Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Yeah.
1 times 4? Sweet. And then it's what, $7? You get a $2 break for kids tickets, so another $14. So right there we're at $50. And
Just
we
for
haven't
tickets.
even hit the concession stand.
Right, which is gonna be numerous drinks,
Yeah.
snacks. Yeah.
A bucket of popcorn's $9 by itself,
Yeah.
or stay at home. Because the thing that I think is making it possible too is, when I was a kid, we didn't have the picture quality and the audio quality in our home theater situation that we have
Right.
now. With even just a basic TV,
Right.
picture and audio quality is so much better. You add to that the fact that, surround sound systems are pretty affordable if you wanna
Right.
take that next step. You've got maybe $1,000 investment one time
Right.
to replicate a theater like experience.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I
Sure, the
always say
screen isn't as big, but the picture quality is great. The sound
right.
is great.
Yeah. No,
And
seriously,
maybe
and
the
it's one
theater
of
is too
those
antiquated of a business model, in 2020, and I'm wondering if this pandemic and everybody shutting everything down is going to be the straw that breaks that camel's back.
I think some industries, after this is all said and done, some industries are not gonna do very well, but then others are going to do very well, which will make it I mean, look at this platform here of Zoom. Imagine how well they're doing with this pandemic,
Oh, yeah.
and things like social media and everything like that, which are keeping us connected but distanced,
Yeah.
I think are gonna do well. At home movie theaters, I think are gonna probably do very well.
I think you're absolutely right. Um, and just with all of the streaming platforms and all of the types of streaming platforms that are available, um, even for, not just for movies, but for music. So,
Right,
like, yesterday, I thought I would have a fun idea, and I built a public collaborative playlist on Spotify
right,
and just said, "Hey," to my friends list, just said, "Hey, go on Spotify or, comment below and send me, a song or put a song on this playlist."
right,
And it's turned into, like, this very wide variety of music.
right. I was looking at it.
So I mean, but it's really cool,
Yeah,
and in fact, I'll put a link in somewhere, if anybody on our page wants to add or just subscribe to that playlist because it's a pretty big swath of music. You'll find something you like in there, I guarantee it.
yeah. Seriously.
So, but it's just and it's that I think is cool because it's a way that we can all get to kinda know people a little bit better. You look at some of the things that people will post in a comment thread like that, or, the name next to it when they add a song to the playlist, and you're like, "Huh, so that's what
Yeah,
you do. Cool."
that's the kind of music you listen to.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
cool.
think I think the kind of music that somebody listens to actually does say, a fair bit about them
Oh,
too.
100%, 100%.
So,
Um, yeah, no, I think that just after this is all said and done, that it'll be more delivery companies, like
yeah.
stuff like Grubhub and stuff like that, I think is gonna do very well. I think after everything's said and done, we're still gonna have a time for the next year, or so where it's gonna be distanced.
I firmly believe that this experience will fundamentally change the way that we do things in this country and in the
Oh, yeah.
world
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, seriously.
I think that some
Uh,
things are absolutely going to be fundamentally and permanently altered in how
yeah.
we
What's
business and
yeah,
how we do everything. People are now realizing, "Oh, wow, we can actually keep our company afloat with a massive portion of our workforce working from home."
yeah. I think that there's gonna be more online schools, but talking about music, you've seen a lot of um, musicians and everything online doing online concerts.
Yeah, they're doing live
Um,
stream concerts from either their rehearsal spaces or from empty auditoriums,
yeah, I
which
think
to me, that kinda I've watched a couple of them just because
mm, right,
I like music,
right.
um, and I like going to shows and things like that, so I've watched a few of them, but you do lose a little bit of the soul of
Oh,
those
of
live
course.
performances because as a musician, as someone who's been I've been in front of great crowds,
Mm,
and I've been in front of really rough crowds, and it drastically changes the way that you perform.
right.
When the crowd is there feeding that energy back to you,
Mhm.
it is a magic that is indescribable. It
Oh,
really, really is. And
yeah.
when the crowd's not with you, it is a feeling that is, like, just getting your face shoved in a pile of dog crap. Yeah,
That's one way of
it's
putting it.
just not a good feeling,
Yeah,
and it affects how you perform. And so
right,
you're not performing to a crowd, you're not getting that feedback to whether, because you can, when you're live in front of that crowd, you can change the
right,
way you're doing something,
right.
you know,
But
or keep
yeah,
doing what you're doing to keep getting that positive feedback. But if the feedback's negative, you can switch gears, if you know what you're doing.
right,
And so that I think of everything that is being negatively affected by this. I really hope that
right.
live music isn't.
Yeah. No, I think to an extent, I think that there'll still be concerts and stuff, but we'll see a lot more because you've seen a lot of celebrities, musicians, and everything doing these videos, trying to connect with people
Yeah,
on a different level. So I think it's going to be a little bit of both.
yeah, I agree.
So, and it's easier for the musicians to do, speaking as the musician that I am, of course, but it's, you got to sit there and go, okay, it's easier for them to just set up the camera and do one concert as opposed to touring. There's going to be those musicians that do that, and then some that hold on to what you're saying and doing the live shows.
And for me, like, because again, even as an audience member, not as, even as a performer, but as an audience member, I love that energy as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
I can't see myself paying to view a live stream.
right,
I just can't see myself doing that.
right.
You
So
know?
I think they're going to try it,
Yeah,
but don't I don't think that fad will last.
I
You know what
agree.
I mean? So
I think most of them are doing it right now just to A, stay relevant. That's a
right,
thing that, love it or hate it, it's a thing that you have to be conscious and cognizant of. And B, to just try and give something to people who are, a lot of people are scared, frustrated. They just are really uncertain.
yeah, exactly. There's a lot of you know s- scariness in the world, and it's just trying to rise above it and be positive.
Yeah, lessen that blow.
Yep.
I just realized that if you look right here,
Oh, I've been looking at it.
you will see a rare photo of a beardless beard.
When
Uh,
we first started the video, I almost asked you who the guy with your wife was.
that's yeah,
Some other dude.
two of my favorite pictures is this from our wedding, and then this, it's hard to tell, but it's a really cool abstract photo of a jackalope, a
Oh, okay.
drawing of a jackalope, which is just one
I
of
was like,
my
how do I? Yeah, no.
favorite mythical creatures. Um, ties
And I
back
was like,
to my late
I do
grandfather.
see. I'm pointing to this part, but the pop figure that you may have gotten as a
Yes,
present.
it's hard to see that, but yeah, that's the statue of Jack Skellington
Yeah.
in the cemetery from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I've got my
Yes.
the wife knitted me a Baby Yoda uh, as a Christmas gift, which I thought was
Fantastic.
pretty rad. Anyway,
So, well,
let's
tomorrow
let's keep
we got
this
a pretty
being
good show
a
tomorrow.
mini
Sorry, I
episode.
think yeah, we cut each other off there. Say it again.
I said let's keep this as an actual mini episode before we go
I
too
know,
much
right?
further down the rabbit hole.
Right, exactly. So I was saying that tomorrow we got a guest tomorrow.
Yes,
So
super excited about that. So yeah, we'll have our first guest on the podcast. In fact, well, our first guest ever
yeah,
on the podcast.
find out what they're
Oh
doing.
no, that's not true. We've had Dalen on several times, and we've had
Okay.
the kids on. So it won't be our first time with a guest, but it'll be our first time in lockdown doing this
Yeah.
for. So
Yes. Dalen's the worst. So
he is, he absolutely is. So anyway,
cool.
let's sign off,
Yeah.
and so until tomorrow, he's
Yeah.
Tucker.
He's the beard.
and we're out.